name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a really, really exciting reaction to Very, Very.
Yes, so Very, Very is back today with a new release called Oh. You know us, obviously, we have watched the teasers in advance, so we kind of know what to expect. But I also expect that we will attempt to understand the storyline and then just end up more confused. So that being said, let us just go!
It's dark ink.
Oh no, he's sad. It must have been really cold because his ears are so red.
Did you hear me though? It's because he's an adult now. He's
Oh.
car.
Oh. They're driving, or not, they're bicycling. Oh, circle.
So like sensual.
Yeah, it's kind of like R&B, but number 9.
Is this like rather than like the void?
That makes sense. Who's calling?
Oh,
It's always Hwayong.
oh, the fight!
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh no. Silence. Good use. Oh,
Really angry at someone.
yeah. Lots of angst. Find a way to put it into their music video. Oh. No, he's hurt.
So is this before everything goes wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into some comments, and let me just preface this by saying that when we are filming this, there's no live stage yet, obviously, because their activities for this are being put off until Donghan is healthy again. So everything I'm saying, take with a grain of salt. I may change some of my opinions after seeing a live stage in a few weeks. But first, obviously the biggest change in this comeback, the complete change up in style, which obviously affects their dance style. I would say that originally Very Very is more associated with sharp angles, edges, those hard hitting, very in your face choreographies. This is obviously a lot more laid back, sensual. It's a lot more fluid. What I found interesting though was in the dance shots, you can tell that they've still kept that 100% synchronization that they are known for. And when you're doing a more fluid, sensual concept, that is actually harder to keep together, because when you're matching angles on something, or you're matching like where are you hitting or like where are you facing, that can be like matched up pretty well. But if you're doing something more fluid like a body roll, you have to actually time like when does it start in your head, at what point does it get to your shoulders, like how does it get down. So it does take a little bit more like maneuvering and practice. So that's impressive. Something else that I found really interesting about this though was how a lot of it seems to be sort of off center rather than being upright. They do a lot of sort of tilted movements. Like a good example of this, I'm thinking about in the chorus when they're moving to the side doing body rolls, and in the past they've actually had similar choreography where they do body rolls to change positions, but they're very upright and it's very like da da da. But here it's sort of like tilted. I keep leaning, but it's because they're leaning when they're doing it, and it's almost like not being able to stand straight, like you could probably see from the concept, or maybe being pulled somewhere. So I just think that's kind of like a more interesting choice to make in a dance, to have a lot of the movements be tilted. But I did find in certain dance scenes that there were still more of those hard-hitting like emphasis moments like you would originally associate with Very Very, and it seemed to build more as the song went on, up until the last chorus seemed like the most hard-hitting and it seemed like the most intricate. And it almost felt like with the storyline sort of that like cry out like in that last chorus. And I was just thinking about, is this sort of setting up, like is the choreography setting up sort of their whole storyline of like everything starts and then it just like gets bad at the end? I'm curious to see how it will all like sort of flow together in one continual stage when we get to see that. Speaking of the storyline though, honestly, I'm not even going to try to understand it because we have much smarter Vera friends that like will help us in the comments or will help us on Twitter. So I'm just gonna go read all of the theories when we're done filming. But I will say that I was really proud of myself for being like, oh, is it like the void? And then like a few seconds later in the lyrics, it was like the endless darkness that pulls you in. I was like, oh, it's literally like a black hole or something. But honestly, I like the growth. Like I know it's kind of shocking to see this sort of concept on them, especially because one of the members is just now an adult, but I liked the growth. I liked this song a lot, so I'm excited for when promotions will eventually happen. Anna's turn.
Hello, yes, so it is time for my comments now, and to start, I mean, Peyton already said it, so I can say it too. This song musically is very, like, sensual as well. I said it in the reaction, very R&B. There are a lot of things that you can do musically that add to that feeling. One of them is that there is so much reverb on everything in this song. I think you can especially hear it in the interlude sections when it is more stripped back. You can hear how prominent the reverb is and how it fills up more of like the empty silent space. That really adds to like their whole concept as well. Reverb with its additional layers, how it fills up the space, does have this sort of like hazy feeling in your head, like head in the clouds, but also it creates a roundness, like an O. If you think about in animations, like I'm going really childlike, like in cartoons or whatever, when they try to draw out someone's voice echoing or reverbing, like carrying out, they'll always draw like O's, like circles, because it has that feeling. Another thing in this song, to finally talk about the common theme, this is very electric guitar heavy. Especially in the intro, you hear not just one, but multiple electric guitar lines working together. One of them is more like background, more sustained notes, and another one is more moving rhythmic riff. I mean, there is the effects of just like an electric guitar, but those have reverb on it as well, especially the more sustained line, the way that it ends, that last note just carries out, adding to the roundness effect. Also because of like the more riffy electric line, like I said, it's more rhythmic. The way that the rhythms are, especially in R&B songs, it's kind of like, oh god, 밀당. So it's like a push and pull effect. I think the last comment that I'm going to make though is how their singing really adds to the overall effect for this. Because as soon as Taeyeon's part started in the beginning, I immediately was thinking back to his Baekhyun Bambi cover, because that's the kind of singing style that this calls for. And everyone as well, like there's a lot of slides into it, like a or like a out, because R&B vibes. And then also in this with their vocals, there's a lot of background vocals but upper harmonies that are sung in like head voice or falsetto, because that's also a trait of this style. I am done with my comments now. I did enjoy the song. It is very different for them, so I'm still like adjusting to seeing them in this concept. Maybe I'll adjust more when there are live stages out, who knows. Oh, but I think it's my turn to tee TLDR. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, congratulations to Very Very on their new release. Oh, it was interesting to see a new style concept for them to take on with this release, and we're excited to see when they finally are able to promote this just a little bit longer. Tonghan, hope you're doing okay. We're glad that the other members are recovered well and are healthy now, and we can't wait to go online and see what all the Vera theories are for what the storyline is, because clearly we do not know.
Do you know how you know I'm tired?
What?
I have not made enough very, very puns in this.
No.
I'm very, very disappointed in myself. Anyways, that being said, if you also love Very, 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 Very much, and you were very, very surprised to see this switch up in concept, but are loving it a whole lot, saved you on that one, then come talk to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. We'd love to talk to you more. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!
Oh, bye-bye!
Oh, bye-bye.